because they all do the same thing, just in a different way. So just back to what you like to do. And I think about working here is this is one of those jobs where we're not paid on commission. So we're just honest, like, all the way to me, I still have a football. But since I do how this stuff works.
What's up, Dylan?
Yeah. But other than that, like,
All right, well, we're at the Apple
I
store.
can't really just, tell my customers, yeah, stick with the football because technology is always going to grow and it's always going to surpass.
All right.
And then on top of that,
How you doing?
What's up?
let's say that I don't try to progress with
How can I help you out today?
technology.
You didn't tell him anything?
Well, he told me, but I see what you snapped in half this way. So,
Well, at this point, I mean, it doesn't matter.
Figure it out slowly once again.
It doesn't matter. But I mean, the tip was broken off in there. And he said because it looked like it was at a slight angle that it was something more than me just using it for drafting. So I guess that was his judgment call right then and there instead of the plastic piece was already broken off in there. And it was from, I do drafting on my iPad on Shaper 3D. And when I was using it, I pressed down on it and I was drawing. When I lifted up, the plastic tip had come off. And when I looked down in there, half the plastic tip is still inside the pencil. So I said, well, heck, I've already had 2 Gen 1 pencils, and this is my 4th pencil. I've had 2 Gen 2s, 2 Gen 1s. And I said, the Gen 1s, I'm able to, unscrew it and replace the tip. Well, this one, I tried to mess with it. I'm looking down in there, the plastic broke off, so I tried to bend it a little bit to get it to come out. It doesn't come out. So he basically said I'm full of shit, and I just made up what happened. And
so how did it break in half?
he said the pencil's no good anymore. So he said I have to buy a replacement pencil.
Replacement tip like 29, right?
We swapped the whole pencil out for $29.
But now that you broke it in half, we can't even offer you that.
People who are coming to buy.
Why would it matter how it was broken then?
Because you get completely broken that pencil.
So it was still. So y'all were
Why did you
gonna.
break it in half?
So y'all were gonna fix it and resell it or something?
No, sir. We just offer you a replacement at a deep discounted cost. But now that you're completely damaged that pencil, we can't even offer you that cost.
So really, the warranty is no good unless he just said it was from a user.
All the way down and around.
He said it was because of a user issue because of the tip. He said I did it, my fault. So with me having it broken in half, that's still a user issue, isn't it?
Right, but I can offer you the $29 replacement cost if you broke it in half.
Why not? Why would it matter what's wrong
Why
with
did
it?
you break it in half?
I mean, why would it matter?
It does matter
Why?
because of physical damage.
I know it's physically
But
damaged.
now it's considered catastrophic damage instead of physical damage. So we can't replace it with 29.
So what's the replacement on catastrophic damage?
You got to buy a new pencil.
Well, once you leave, you ain't coming back in.
So basically buy a new pencil and then put this one back in the box and return it to you anyway, right? So it
No,
was
that's
already
yours
broken.
now. We wouldn't even take that back at all.
Well, I wouldn't come back when you're here. I'd come back when somebody else is here.
No one's going to replace that pencil for you
Why not?
because you've broken it in half.
So it wasn't catastrophic when the tip was broken, but it's catastrophic now that it's broken in half.
Correct.
So what were y'all going to do with it with the broken tip?
Offer you a replacement for one for $29.
I mean, what were y'all going to do with this one?
We just recycle it.
Just throw it away, right?
We recycle it.
So it doesn't matter then what condition it's in.
You sit there and snap it from before you can offer you $29.
Oh, so if I would have snapped it outside and brought it in, I could have
It would
got
not have
that.
been $29. No.
Y'all see this? This is my YouTube live, by the way. I get paid to be on here.
Continue to do that. We're actually
Well, it doesn't matter. You're live now. So it doesn't-
actually I can't.
Y'all see? They wouldn't replace the tip. I've got $8,000 in Apple products. I've been with Apple since '04.
That you snap to have come on employees. So
I mean, if I went and wiped my ass with it, what would it make a difference what I did with it? Or if I snorted cocaine out of the end, I mean, what would it matter what I was doing?
I can do for you.
Yeah, replace my goddamn pencil.
I'll be right here. Mr. Webb.
Go ahead and do what you gotta do then. I ain't leaving until I get a chance.
Explain to me a little better the situation, Mr. Webb.
But y'all see, this is Apple customer service. So, the catastrophic failure. Where's the other half of it? I think I lost my other half. Oh, there it is. Nope. You see where the other half went?
then you'll be able to restore it.
Do you see where the other half went?
No, sir.
Fell right there to your right.
It rolled that way?
I'm not sure where it rolled.
Oh, hell, it ain't gonna make a difference. Yes, y'all see the exact same thing.
Wouldn't mind real quick. Can you back out of this
The
and go
next
into
screen
your
you're gonna see, have you already told them the backup time password for that? So after this, you're gonna to install.
So yeah, y'all can see this is what you get for having $8,000 in Apple products. Why did I break it? Because it was, it's supposed to be under warranty. The tip was broken. I bring it in here to get the tip fixed, and they say, well, that's not our fault since it's not a manufacturer defect. I said, okay. Well, if it's not a manufacturer defect, then what is it? And I said, I was using it. The plastic tip just broke off at the threads. And when it broke off at the threads, it, yes, ma'am. When it broke off at the threads, it just broke the tip off. And he said, well, from what I can see, that's not what happened. So the guy that's in there that just checks in customers, he's the one that said, no, that's not what happened. You broke it on purpose. I said, okay, I broke it on purpose. So you're making that judgment call because the tip is bent. He said, yeah. I said, okay, so let me talk to a manager. And that's when the manager said, all right, well, we can't do anything. And which, by the way, I've been here for 2 hours because I have to be on their waiting list to see somebody. You know how these little frou-frou stores are where they try and bring you, hey man, what's up? There's no other Apple store within 200 miles of here. Which is not a big deal. It's a $120 pencil. And I've got literally $8,000 worth of Apple products between me, Christina, the kids. I've been with Apple since '04, since a damn iPod. I've had the first iPhone since '07. And the fucking manager in there. First of all, the manager, when I walked in, I guess he's the manager. Sorry, I had to get off their Wi-Fi. But he was asking somebody else, where do I find the Apple Pencil on the login thing? So I doubt that was even the manager, but he's upset that I recorded him. But no, only Apple Pencils work with Apple products. You know that. Apple's going to make sure you spend all the money you can with them. But that's how I do my 3D drafting and design work and my CAD work and all that stuff. No, the pen doesn't come with pen is separate. But he said since I snapped it in half right in front of him, he for sure isn't going to cover it. If I would have walked in there with it snapped in half already, but anyway, it's just another part to the day. Just another part to the day. But well, just gonna have to buy another pencil at some point. Oh, I don't care. I mean, it doesn't matter if I break it. If I walk in there with a phone that has a cracked screen and I literally just stomp on it in the middle of the floor or take a piss on it, why would it matter? I don't understand why it would matter. I mean, it's broken. They're throwing it away anyway. Why would it matter what I did with it? So if the pencil doesn't work and it's broken, why would it matter if I snapped it in half and gave it to them? I'm just trying to make sure they don't give it to anybody else. I don't understand why it would matter. It's not like they're gonna fix it. I mean, they don't, it's not gonna be a refurbished thing. I don't understand why it matters. Well, I don't care if they repair and sell it. That ain't my problem. They can do whatever they want. Well, I don't care. I mean, they ain't gonna make money off this one. You already made enough money off me. I don't want you selling my shit refurbished. Refurbish this motherfucker, because it ain't going. This ain't the one. Like I literally got here at 2 hours ago, and walk in there and they put me on a waiting list for 2 hours. Y'all know I hung out in there for 2 hours and watched 8 out of 10 employees there just standing there, because they set appointments for people, and if the people don't show up, that just means they don't have to do shit. Like they can just hang out. So I watched for 2 hours as all these appointment spots that they had filled probably yesterday or a week ago, people didn't show up. So instead of just going ahead and getting me in line because they weren't doing anything for that 15-minute time slot, I literally had to wait for 2 hours for them to get to me on my appointment time. Literally at 3:10, that's when my appointment is. So it yeah, it's just fucking aggravating, man. Well, man, I love Apple products, man. I've been using them. They were the first in the game to do anything. So it's, you know, I had an iPhone in 07 when everybody else was still carrying around Motorola Razors and shit. I had an iPod when people still had fucking CD players. I mean, Apple's always been ahead of the game, and until recently, you know, Samsung's got this that does this better and all that. But my whole life revolves around the iCloud. Everything I have, whether it be business-wise or personal-wise or any of them, I've got so many apps that I paid for over the years. All my music, everything's on Apple. So I tried swapping over to a Samsung S10 Edge or some shit a while back, or S8 Edge, whatever it was, like 3 years ago. It's a great phone, but it a Windows phone before 07. What is a Windows phone? But Dylan, thanks for following, buddy. Appreciate you. But oh well. I snapped the pencil. I should have stabbed that motherfucker through his neck. Today's the day. Today's the day. But oh well. So 2 hours wasted. Now I'm gonna go back to the camper, drink some Tito's, and get ready for work. I'm gonna leave Saturday. So that's it. iTunes shut down. My iTunes is working fine. What's wrong with your iTunes? I get it, Quadbot. I've never heard of what you're talking about, so. iTunes is eventually shutting down. Well, eventually the world's gonna blow up or some shit like that too, huh? Or the sun's gonna stop working and we're all gonna die, so. Oh well. Steven, yeah, sure. I'm gonna have sex with fucking sheep or something on pay-per-view. Will you pay to watch that? Seems like half of y'all would prefer that anyway. But anyway, we're headed back to Pipeline. Looks like I'm sitting. I know I took the headrest out so my kids could see the video whenever I was recording a couple weeks ago. I just ain't put it back. Yeah, I need to go drink something and just chill. That's a good idea. Let's go drink and fish. Fuck it. Alright, I'll be back on later. I just wanted to get on here and call out that motherfucker. So if you just got here, watch the beginning of the video and you'll see how their manager got all pissy. So